we'll get this right out the way. Right off the bat, there's no EVF and no mechanical shutter. I'm aware of that, we're all aware, so that's the reason why I say might be your perfect vintage lens companion. But let's move on to the 3 reasons why the S9 is the perfect vintage lens companion. Reason number 1 is that Lumix has the best full frame stabilization on the market. When it comes to stabilization, it's no question Lumix is top dog. It doesn't require any post software or need additional steps, and it's maybe only rivaled by Micro Four Thirds stabilization. But we're talking full frame here. I'd argue that the gap between Lumix full frame stabilization and the rest of the options, full frame options, is bigger than the gap between Sony's autofocus and every other brand's autofocus. Lumix has the best full frame stabilization. There's no argument. They'll stabilize your vintage lenses better than any other brand. Reason number 2 is the picture profiles, specifically real-time LUTs and Leica monochrome profiles. Real-time LUTs lets you make your own profiles or use the profiles from other creators who have curated their own looks, and they're very simple to use. And then the Leica monochrome. Now, is this legit a Leica profile? At the very least, it imitates it. We have to remember that Lumix and Leica have a close working relationship. So this is the closest you'll get to a Leica black and white profile without buying a Leica camera. And if you think Leica is just an overrated brand, that's fine. We still have real-time LUTs along with the built-in Lumix profiles, which are all very pleasing and nice profiles in their own right. So reason number 3 is the biggest reason if you shoot video. On the S9, we have open gate, and this means your camera uses its full sensor for video. Why is this a big deal? Well, in my opinion, it's a big deal because it means you get to see the full characteristics of your vintage lens. When you shoot video on a Sony, Canon, or Nikon, they crop off a bit of the top and bottom to get a 16:9 ratio, meaning that they crop off a bit of your vintage lens's character when shooting video. For photos, this doesn't really matter because all cameras use their full sensor for photos. But for videos, you need an open gate camera to capture all the characteristics of your vintage lens. You're not capturing the full swirly effects of a Helios 44 or any of the bubble bokeh vintage lens if your camera doesn't shoot video in open gate. So these are 3 reasons why the Lumix S9 is the best vintage lens companion. Do you agree or disagree? What's another camera you think might be good for adapting vintage lenses? Well, thanks for watching this video. Let's hope, I hope I put out another one. I need to be more consistent at this. I really need to start trying to build some motion and traction for myself and just busting out some videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time, okay? Hopefully it won't be too far from now. Sayonara. Have a good night, or morning, or day, or evening, or whatever time of the day it is. See ya. Yeah.